Ba-da, ba-da, ba-do-do-do-do-do.
Ba, 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 ba.
Ba-da, ba-da, ba-do-do-do-do.
Ba, 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 ba.
Three guys and a bear, and also a dog are back for the off season.
Offseason.
Offseason.
Off season.
Crazy
Off
offseason.
Offseason.
Crazy hamburger.
Yeah. Well,
I'll be
actually,
happy if we trade a player.
I hope we trade a player. Welcome to the new season, which is the off season, which is essentially a new season.
True.
We've arrived. It's been 2 weeks or
1 week.
2 weeks. It's been 1 week. It's been 2 months pretty much since the Super Bowl and the big game. And
I don't know what you were just referring to. There's certainly
I've
not
never
any
heard of something
particular
like that.
media property that you
God,
could be
come on
potentially
now.
litigated for.
yeah, no, I haven't heard any of that. But man, it's been a crazy off season.
You can't go with it's been.
You can't chew it up every time. Yeah.
It's in my head forever, and I can't get it out. I wish I could.
We have things that haven't happened yet. We got things that have happened. We got so many things.
Yeah.
So many things. So,
It's been a wild offseason so far already.
yeah.
One of
And
the
so many
crazier
of the
ones.
things that we said couldn't happen or wouldn't happen, well, what do you know? They're happening.
They are happening. So,
True.
let's talk about first I'm going to talk about the first big trade that happened, which was the Bears trading the number 1 pick.
That's
So
right.
they got the number 1 pick because the Texans decided to win a meaningless game, and that's what happened. So now the Bears traded the number 1 pick to the Carolina Panthers for
Oh boy.
the number 9 overall pick, a 2023 second rounder, a 2024 first round pick, a 2025 second round pick, and DJ Moore.
Dude,
Yeah.
this trade, I love playing these online sports management simulation
Yep.
games. This is the kind of shit that you can only pull off there. I have no idea how they pulled this off. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I remember when this story broke because it was such a big trade, and honestly, the main thing is the DJ Moore part of it
Mhm.
because DJ Moore's
Absolutely.
good,
Yeah.
and that's like
DJ Moore plus the 9th pick honestly seems like
And
a worthwhile
another first
consideration.
rounder.
Yeah.
Well,
the
no,
first
just
rounder
like
next
just
year.
that though would be a fair deal, and then they have all that other stuff on top of it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like they
That's a
got a
tough
haul.
one.
This was probably the best the Bears were gonna do, and
Yeah.
they actually got it. So that's especially for the Bears who need all the help they can get.
And it's a perfect situation because they already have they've got Justin Fields now, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna want to try to build around him and see what he can do.
Mhm.
So
They just got him a receiver. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
not a receiver,
and
so-
a pretty fucking good receiver too. Like I don't he's I don't know if he has DJ Moore solidified himself as number 1 guy, because I think he has
in
right?
Chicago, 100%. Is
Well, definitely in Chicago, but I mean, like, can
Uh,
he carry that load?
I think
He's-
so.
Like I don't know if I'd even put him in like, well, okay, so the only requirement for him to be a number 1 guy on any team right now is for him to be a top 32 wide receiver in the league, right?
Yeah.
Is he that?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
this
think
dude
so.
literally put up last year 888 yards, 7 touchdowns with
Yeah.
like the rotating
Carolina.
weird quarterbacks they had. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and
Here's-
he had
here's
3
two
straight
other-
years. Yeah, sorry.
No, you go ahead first.
No, just 3 straight years of 1,000+ yards too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So here's 2 other relevant questions then. Is DJ Moore better than every other wide receiver that was currently on the Bears?
Yes.
absolutely.
And then
the only argument would be Chase Claypool. Maybe when he like first started playing well, but he hasn't played that well since. So
Yeah.
no, not
Right.
right now.
He did not do well with the Bears, I will say.
No, but maybe he'll do
But-
better now that there's more wide receiver
Maybe.
help or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe once he starts trying to catch the ball.
That'll also help.
Yeah.
And then here's a slightly weirder hypothetical of would you spend the number 1 pick in the draft right now on DJ Moore over every other potential draft pick?
No.
No, but
No.
at number 9,
9 you can consider it for sure.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
So that's where the value begins to get skewed a little bit, but still, obviously, the Bears got a fucking haul out of this.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is
I think
fantastic.
it's a good trade for the Bears more than the Panthers.
yeah,
And it opens the question: what do the Panthers? Who do they want?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
everything I've seen mocked is CJ Stroud.
Well, so here's the thing, right? And I don't want to like get ahead of us because
Mhm.
we're starting, with the first big trade of the offseason here. But currently, there happens to be another QB that has become publicly available. Known to be
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
Panthers
so-
aren't going there.
Well, I mean,
No
that's
way.
probably not right because of this trade.
Yeah,
You just
Like-
traded everything, and then you want to go 200 million guaranteed or something? Nah.
Yeah, I mean, but I have seen people mentioning like news stories mentioning it, but it is also sports journalism, so
it.
Yeah.
I think the Panthers are going to go CJ Stroud. I mean, looking at his college stats, he had like 3,700 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions at Ohio State. So that's pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, I haven't done my QB camp
Yeah,
off season video watching yet.
That's true. We're only a month away from the draft, so
That's
gotta
true.
probably get on that in a couple of weeks. We'll probably start doing some for the breakdown of players.
I'm
Yeah.
so excited for the draft.
I am too,
Yeah.
and I hope the Packers will have numerous draft picks from said draft.
Well,
Probably.
they might not because we might have to go past the draft.
All right, let's.
So-
Okay, we need to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is like maybe the biggest story that hasn't happened yet of the entire offseason. So
Okay.
the New York Jets have Nathaniel Hackett. They've signed
Yep.
Alan Lazard, the Lizard King.
Yep.
And Aaron Rodgers has went on the Pat McAfee show and said, I love Green Bay, but I was going to retire 90%. And then the New York Jets were like, hey, come play for us. And so I'm going to play for the New York Jets. So that all happened. But then the Packers are like, that's great. Give us a first round pick and then some. And then the Jets are like, no. And so
Well,
now
yeah.
I think the Packers wanted 2 first rounders, which I think that is, a little much, especially
bit
after
absurd.
this last year.
But I think if you're the Packers, you want to absolutely make sure the trade goes through no matter what,
Yeah.
right?
I
Because
would
this
think so.
player is going to retire, and then you get nothing.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just gonna say, because Krendor yada 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 over several weeks of chaos on in sports journalism
Yeah.
and online football discussion about while Aaron Rodgers was in his darkness cave and people weren't sure what was happening, and then he comes out, and then the president of the Packers comes out and says, well, Aaron's done a great job here, and we really love to see the work he's done, but we're happy to go move on. And then he was pulled away from off stage by a giant vaudevillian cane because the GM was like, what the fuck are you doing? We didn't trade the player yet. And so now everything's been in the dark for a while about what exactly has been the holdup. But as Krendor said, Aaron Rodgers went on Pat McAfee, then openly said, yeah, my intention is to play for the Jets. Recently, it sounds like they have now leaned into the fact that, yeah, this trade is just definitely happening. We're still working over compensation. And from what I've seen, and I don't know how much you could trust these reports, but from what I've seen, compensation seems to be 2 first-round picks with like a potential to turn into a first-round pick for one of them if Aaron Rodgers like wins the Super Bowl or stays with us past a certain point. But the holdup is over the Jets want compensation if Aaron Rodgers plays like a year and then just bounces.
Yeah.
So they want 2025 picks. So yeah, it's
I think
wild.
That's what I was saying, is that it's like 2 high draft picks, but I think one of them is like, I guess one would be like a first this year, and then one would be like a first next year if he plays and like achieves a certain or something like that, right?
A second this year, yeah.
Or yeah, like a second, but
and then a second next year, unless he, it's conditional, and then it can be a first.
Yeah,
which is I think is totally fair considering the situation.
Yeah. I'd say that's fair,
because it's going to be they're taking on the $60 million cap hit too, contract, right?
Yeah, like if they're doing that, that's the big, because the whole thing with Aaron Rodgers, right, is he has 60 million dead cap. So if you wait until June 1st, that drops, I think, by like 15 million. It like goes significantly down. So that's why a lot of people are like, oh, well, they'll just wait till June 1st to trade him, because then the dead cap hits less. But I guess if the Jets are taking on a lot of that money anyway, it wouldn't matter. So I think a lot of this is also cap discussion, because here's the weird thing. I've seen both like team fan bases go back and forth. They're like, we have the leverage. No, we have the leverage.
Yeah, the leverage. And you know how much I've seen fucking leverage, that word, for the past several weeks?
And so I actually think both teams have leverage, and it's really weird because on the Jets side, right, you've got Aaron Rodgers saying, I'm going to play there. You've got all his friends going there. You got everything. And they're like, listen, we know you don't want Aaron Rodgers to sit on the bench, right? We know you don't want to take on that dead cap. You want to move on. So, like, give us Aaron Rodgers. But on the Packers side, they're like, well, we know you want Aaron Rodgers, and you've just built and hired all these people that are Aaron Rodgers' friends and like people used to work with and everything. And so what happens if you don't get Aaron Rodgers? And then, they're like, here we go, Aaron Rodgers, and then the season's about to start, and it's like, we got Zach Wilson again. Hey, where's Aaron Rodgers? They're like, yeah, he's on the bench here. And they're just like, yeah, but you're taking the cap hit. And they're like, we don't fucking care. We're going to lose anyway.
See, that's the thing that I do disagree with this version of events, because it involves the Packers, organization to just tank a bunch of money for no reason out of spite, instead of getting something for a player who, by the way, like Aaron Rodgers, he still could just pull, if things get really stalled, he could also just be like, actually, I'm retiring, and and then come back like Favre did, or Brady did, or whatever, right? So I in all of these leverage discussions, I think the most important thing in my mind is that Aaron Rodgers is the one who has all the leverage, not the Packers or the Jets, and Aaron Rodgers ultimately makes the decision about what happens, and he has said that he has his intention is to play for the Jets. So like the Packers could try to play hardball. They can try to play hardball with him, but I don't think he's gonna like it too much, and I don't think you want to piss off your Hall of Fame QB. That's all I'm saying.
I'm the thing where like I just want a fair deal. I don't care about getting like the number 13 or like all that stuff. Like I think second rounder this year, next year would be fine. But like if he plays, I think you, out of respect for him, just being the quarterback for the last 18 years and winning a Super Bowl, probably go like, you know what? All right, this is fine. Right? Like I feel like that's something you just like, if he's like, I want to go play for the Jets, I did all this stuff for you. We've had a team that's like won consistently every year, even if you only get one Super Bowl. It's like, hey, you know what, like they did that with Stafford in Detroit and he even win a Super Bowl. It's like, all right, you can go there, you go try to win, we're rebuilding, we get some picks, move on. Like that's kind of where I'm at this point. I'm like, I just want to move on. I just don't care. I'm ready for the love boat. All aboard.
He's in denial.
It's going to be a rough year next year.
Bargaining comes next, which is where they're at right now, but in a more literal sense.
I mean, here's the thing. All right. I said this last year with Devontae Adams, said it was going to be all right, and it wasn't. So this could be absolutely terrible. But
Mark this one down. Get your notepads out.
Part of me is still like upset that like Aaron Rodgers leave, but that's more like it's like, moving on type thing, right? Because I like look back and I'm like, holy Christ, like this has been. I like didn't have a YouTube channel when this guy started playing quarterback, and now I've watched him like throughout like the last 15 years of my life, So it's more of like a looking back on things type thing. But it's like, you know what, we need to move on. Like, what's he gonna do? Come back for a year, and then we like go 8-9 again, and then he starts yelling at everyone, and there's like a circus again, and then Jordan Love's like, please trade me. Like, no, like you gotta see what you got. And then if that fails, if he looks bad or whatever, then you got another pick and you go, all right, well, we got some picks. Let's get another quarterback. Or maybe even take a quarterback in like the 3rd round this year or something. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
So, plus, he's like in the system. I think that's the biggest thing that I kind of want to see is like when Jordan Love plays, he's going to listen to LaFleur. Like, that's like, if he's like, do a running play, right? Do a play action, do this thing. He's going to do it because he's been molded into that. Like, he has been the quarterback they've been molding. Like, they have been Sauron and Saruman. They've been molding him into like this perfect like leader. So I kind of want to see him go out there and be like, dude, this guy's insane. Like, this is like the 49er style offense we've been waiting to see. And instead, a lot of times it's been Rodgers being like, yo, 3rd and 5. What if we like sling it downfield? I'm going to audible out of this one.
Ball. What if that happened?
And then he just overthrows it because his arm's not as good. He's like, come on, fucking look at me. And then LaFleur's just like, the fuck are you doing? And then they're yelling. And I'm just like, I just want to not have this anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're gonna find out, I guess. If this trade goes through. And by the way, I'm still at if because I'm as you all know, a longtime Jets fan.
Yeah.
And good things don't happen. In fact, actually, we've mentioned it obviously in the lead up to this in past episodes, but we're at 2008 Jets all over again. The Packers Hall of Fame QB is having issues with the organization, wants out, goes to the Jets. I mean, I feel like within a year,
retirement home.
It is a retirement home.
For Packers QBs, yes, and also like I feel like within a year, Aaron Rodgers is going to be sending out dick pics. So you know,
honestly, I don't think he's the dick pic type, but I do think he's gonna go deeper into the darkness. Like he's gonna
that's probably true.
He's just gonna start being like,
darkness.
you know how with Sam Darnold, they're like he's seeing ghosts out there. Like Aaron Rodgers might actually see ghosts out there.
Well, he wasn't he talking about he's seeing
the Hat Man. The Hat Man.
Yeah, the Hat Man. Yeah.
So
way more worried about you actually getting Rodgers and him just being mid as shit and.
Yeah.
I'm way more worried about
me
the
is much
Hat Man
more
all of a
worried.
sudden.
I will say I am really not that worried about that because look, his down year last year, which happened as a result of a broken thumb on his throwing hand, right? Is a top 10 all-time Jets QB season.
Yeah.
All right? That's Aaron Rodgers with a broken thumb. The previous 2 years before the broken thumb, he was MVP back to back. I honestly don't think I'm that worried about his playing ability. I am worried that he maybe gets because that's what happened with Brett Favre is he got an injury and actually he hit it because he wanted to keep his Iron Man streak up.
Oh yeah.
And the Jets were like 8-1 or something, and then he got injured and played the rest of the year, and then they just shit the bed because Brett Favre stunk and didn't make the playoffs. Yeah, is what happened in the last timeline. But So honestly, I'm not worried about Aaron Rodgers' playing ability.
Despite having just mapped out an exact scenario that could be repeated in which we experience a horrible failure, no, I'm feeling pretty optimistic.
Well, he hasn't. I mean, the thing is, he hasn't had that many injuries over the years.
No.
Right? Like with the Packers, he hasn't. I mean, he's 40 now, so yeah. But I mean,
I will say, like, I watched every Packer game last year. All right, I know Aaron Rodgers. All right, we're actually on a personal level. I say, hey, Aaron, how's it going?
Right.
How's it, my Rod?
He is still good. Like, if he goes to the Jets, he's still going to be the best quarterback they got. I think he'd even be better than Lamar Jackson going there.
I think on the short term,
in the
yes,
short term,
I think
yeah.
so.
I think in the long
so
term,
too,
Lamar
yeah.
Jackson might be, but like in short term,
Yeah.
I think so. But
That's
and
an
I think
excellent Lamar Jackson segue opportunity too. Just saying.
it is, but I'm still
Right, yeah.
ranting. So I think he would actually fit in there. You know, he's got Lazard. The issue I got is there's still gonna be a lot of the Packer issues that he faced, and the biggest issue, there's two issues I have with Aaron Rodgers. All right, and I'm gonna be cheering for him if he goes to the Jets because I think it'd just be fun. This is like my Tom Brady
yeah.
Buccaneers thing.
It's really funny that happened again.
It is really funny, actually.
Right? I mean,
yeah. What is the offensive line? All right.
Yeah.
The Jets' offensive line still blows ass.
Yep. That's what we're going to use our first round pick on, most likely.
Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers likes to, have his like receiver, repertoire or whatever they got going. And he has the tendency that he's had for a long time to hold onto the ball. And with the shitty offensive line, I could see him just getting sacked and just starting to yell at everyone. So that's number one. Number two is he just kind of, like, he did lose a bit of his arm strength. And I feel like if he just takes what the defense gives him, he'll actually be, like, amazing. But his problem is he's like, I know the guy's open over the middle, and Tom Brady would do that little check down 5-yard pass, but I got the, receiver downfield. I'm just going to bomb it for the big play. And then back in 2012, he could, perfectly hit it. And now he's a little underthrown, overthrown, whatever it might be. So I think if he just adjusts himself a bit, he'll be fine. But I was saying that for the last couple of years, and here we are. But maybe that's changing teams is something that would make him change that.
So I don't know about like the receiver thing. You've watched it more than me, so I don't know. But with the offensive line, I am hopeful that, because part of the thing with protection with the offensive line is the QB being able to recognize where the pressure is coming from, right, and being able to make adjustments on the fly.
And he'll do that easily.
Right, and our QBs were absolutely not capable of doing that. So I'm hopeful that maybe because down the stretch, our O-line actually came together to be pretty decent, even though they started off pretty bad and we had a lot of injuries. So I'm hopeful that with a guy like Aaron Rodgers, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But I don't know. We're still probably going to end up going, like I said, offensive line in the first round anyway. So, yeah. And then Aaron Rodgers is going to have Garrett Wilson, which is pretty good. And Lazard, Garrett Wilson. We trade. And actually, before we leave the Jets also traded Elijah Moore for
that's true.
nothing, basically.
But then you want to leave anyway. He was just like, get me out of here.
He did last year, but then I'm sure he wouldn't be that upset getting thrown to by Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, but I guess Joe Douglas just honored the trade request.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna be interesting. I want the trade to happen, right? I just want it to happen.
Too.
I want to be ready.
I'm tired of waiting for it to happen,
and hopefully it's done by the draft, so then we can all talk about draft stuff and moving on. Which, by the way, Jordan Love, I linked it in the chat. All right, this is my one Jordan Love hype piece I'm going to do for the day. TJ Houshmandzadeh went on the Herd and said Jordan Love, his motion, the way he's throwing the ball was just like Aaron Rodgers, and that's different than what he was before. And so Jordan Love's been working with Tom Clements, who's our quarterback coach from 2006, 2016. He worked with Favre, worked with Rodgers. He's got Love doing that nice little switch. You saw it against the Eagles, came in, Super Bowl tier defense, just shredded them up. Taking what the defense gives them. That's all I'm saying. First thing
I hope because when I saw him before, it was not good.
I will say the Chiefs game he played, I actually watched a breakdown. The offensive line blew ass that game. Plus, I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a Hall of Fame quarterback, but I think he's gonna be good. Like, I think he'll be good. He's not gonna come in and be like Zach Wilson or like fucking Matt Ryan. I think he can be like at least like a top 15 quarterback.
If he's not, then no one will ever try this again.
Yeah,
probably.
no. But if
Right?
he
Like
is,
he's yeah.
people will absolutely lose their mind and be like, they can't keep getting away with it. And that's really all I have hope for. Because, I mean, people keep being like, the Bears are going to win the division now. Like, the Vikings, still the Lions. If anything, I think the Lions can win the division. Like, that's...
Oh, yeah.
I think my favorite to win the division is the Lions right now. But I still think the Packers are going to be competitive. Like, we sucked ass last year. And, like, a lot of it was just because of, like, injuries and Rodgers playing off and, like, the rookie wide receivers and everything. And I think if we play more of, like, the 49er style football with Love, I think they do about the same, if not maybe an extra win or two.
I highly doubt that losing Aaron Rodgers will result in an extra win or two over the last year's record. But that's my guess.
It's possible. Like the problem is that it's
premium copium.
Listen, I'm huffing some copium, all right? I'm not gonna lie. But,
you're not supposed to huff it, dude.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's what's happening.
I don't think it's gonna be as bad as people say it's gonna be. Like I think they'll at least be competitive. That's the thing. Even if they lose, as long as they're competitive in the games, that's like what I had hope for. That's what happened with Rodgers back in like when his first year. Like we went like 6-10. But it was like, dude, this guy is pretty good. And you're like seeing the future happen, right? And that's kind of what I want. Like, even if Love throws picks, he does some, it'd be like, dude, this guy's got potential, right?
As a fan of a team who's seen many of those seasons, you know, where I hear the offseason thing like, well, Sam Darnold is, he really looks like Aaron Rodgers out there. I think that he's going to make it this time. You know, like I've heard that with many QBs.
Yeah, but Rob, he didn't train behind Aaron Rodgers. He wasn't in the quarterback room with him.
That's true. Well, they're keeping Zach Wilson on the roster in the same hope. But here's like I think you're right though with what you just said, which is that I think that the main thing is you just want to see if Jordan Love is pretty good. Yeah. If there's something there, then you know it'll be fine. Especially if you get like draft pick haul for you know.
Like
Rodgers,
this is a lot of people being like, I would like this dude was a first round pick. This guy wasn't like a fifth rounder. Like he was first round material. And you even said it if you go back and listen to the quarterback analysis in 2020 or whatever the shit it was, Rob said before the Packers even took Jordan Love, he was like, this dude has a chance to be amazing, but he needs time to develop.
Oh, that's funny.
That was what you said. And that was kind of funny going back and you were like, he could be the best quarterback in this draft class, but he needs time to develop. He's wrong. So
I hope I'm right.
I do too. So
that would be the best thing. Is like the Jets win the Super Bowl. That would be the best thing. Everyone agrees that would be the best
100%,
thing,
yeah.
And then the Packers have Jordan Love, who's great.
Yeah. So there we go. That's the Packer Jet rant that everyone was looking forward to. So
when your buddy Krendor invites you to do an off-season podcast, but it's actually a Packers podcast in disguise.
It's the Packers podcast in disguise. A little Jets now. All right. Yeah. Well, speaking of quarterbacks.
There it was 15 minutes ago.
Lamar, I'm sorry.
Lamar Jackson. The Ravens were like, you know what? We got you. We're going to make you get an offer from another team, and then we'll just match it. And then Lamar Jackson's like, nah, trade me. And then they're like, I guess. So I don't know who's going to get Lamar Jackson at this point. But from what I've seen, the Colts are a team, clearly.
Mm-hmm. They are a team.
They are a team.
I've heard that. I don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah. I guess the Falcons would be a team, even though they were like, we don't want Lamar, but I can't see a reason why they wouldn't want Lamar.
I'm going to be honest with you. This seems like the sort of situation where Lamar thinks he has more control than he actually does.
I think it is.
He just ends up playing for the Ravens again next year.
Yeah, it is very possible.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, couldn't he sit?
He could.
Yeah, he could.
The impression that his tweets gave, were like, I'm not playing for Baltimore again. Like, that's what it was like sounding.
And like he could absolutely feel that way, but again, I just he's under contract until next year, right? And
under a tag.
They tagged him.
He's only under a tag. Yeah. Which, by the way, I mean, we've talked about this a little bit before, but it really is a draconian kind of thing.
It really, yeah, dude, that tag is fucked. Yeah, we really shouldn't even have it anymore.
It's absurd.
It's messing with people's livelihoods if you get down to it. Like, I know they're fucking millionaires, but still, like, it's pretty fucked up.
It is really like of all this. Like, I'm no Ravens fan or anything, but I think the comparison that really gets me, like, a lot of people are kind of shitting on Lamar. I think the whole consensus right now is like Lamar is an idiot. He's like no one's gonna give him a contract that big. Like, he's a fool. But like, let's rewind 1 year to where almost like half the teams in the league were tripping over themselves to try to sign a confirmed like rapist. And and let's just ignore, this sounds crazy, but let's ignore the whole 30 plus sexual assault cases. The dude hadn't played football in a year and a half.
And he stunk the last time that he played, too.
Like, there was a severe doubt as to whether or not Deshaun Watson was still as good as he was. And yet, he got a ludicrous contract. And I was like, oh, the Browns are stupid. Atlanta or someone else would have also given him a pretty sizable contract, even if it wasn't that much.
Or the Panthers, I think, were another team.
Yeah, like, this situation is weird because I'm like, okay, yeah, I agree Lamar Jackson is a little bit overrated, but like, the fact that no one's trying to sign him, like, I don't know, man.
Here's the thing. I know that so as part of this tag, the way that it works is if anyone offers, right, for the Ravens can match.
They match it, yeah.
And then they get, in compensation, 2 first-round picks. Yeah. And that's what I've read is the main thing, because I honestly think that if Lamar wasn't under this shitty tag and he was just a free agent, he would get his fully guaranteed contract. Let's just be honest. It's Lamar fucking Jackson.
Yeah. He deserves to get paid. Like, I don't. That's not a debate here for sure. Like, he obviously
MVP. Like, everyone did say pay the man all year long until it was time to actually pay the man, and I was like, whoa,
I don't know.
and honestly, I'm okay. I'm kind of happy that Lamar is fully putting his foot down and being like, no, I want fully guaranteed contract, because it is absurd that NFL players don't have that. Right?
Yeah, I didn't realize initially that he was under the tag there. Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's entirely within his rights to try to exercise as much power as he does have in this situation, because it's fucked.
Especially since the entire Ravens offense runs through him, and that requires him to give up a lot of his body. So he's not going to have a long career. He probably knows that. Right. Yeah. So get the guaranteed money. I mean, I don't blame him at all.
This is maybe like his considering the injury likelihood. Yeah, I think it's likely his last shot at getting that guaranteed money. So
and I think by his word, he said he's not even asking for fully guaranteed. That was not true, according to him anyway.
That's true, huh? That was like one of the first things he tweeted.
So there's 5, maybe 6 teams that are probably in the Lamar Jackson could go to them situation. So there's the Colts, the Patriots, the Titans, the Buccaneers.
Someone was excited about the Titans, I guess.
God really likes the Titans. Yeah.
The Commanders and the Falcons.
I think the Falcons are out for sure now, though, because they said Desmond Ridder is our guy.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Which is
I heard Meek Mill was trying to recruit
for the Patriots. He fucking hit up Robert Kraft on the burner.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, I think he'd be good going to Tampa Bay, where they've already got at least like receivers and some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the Patriots could be good. The Colts, I'd feel cursed going to the Colts. Like, your career's probably done if you go to the Colts. And I think even the Titans could be cool. Like Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, that'd be kind of insane.
Yeah. So, I think because here's the thing. I've said it for a long time, and I'm annoyed by the Ravens organization in general, because I don't think that they properly pushed all in on Lamar at any point, and I think it's the same. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's the same with Aaron Rodgers, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, and I think if Lamar goes to a team that has a good receiving core, if it has a good support of the offense, then he's gonna do really well. Honestly,
Yeah. No,
I
They
don't think
very
it's
much
hard.
never gave him a team,
Yeah.
like good enough to win it all.
yeah,
Yeah.
not
At
at
least an
all.
offense,
Yeah.
That's the main thing is the off because they just continued to only focus on defense. It was the same thing they did with Joe Flacco for years.
Yeah,
which I
it
always
was
thought,
same
you
thing.
know.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. It's just very fun. Every
Yeah.
year you get a new defensive lineman and corner that's bad, and then it's like, why don't we just give the Hall of Fame quarterback some weapons? Like, nah, I can't do that.
How about let's sign him to a 7-year contract and then draft a QB in the first round?
Yeah, imagine if we took T. Higgins. That wouldn't have worked out well. Probably that probably would have just
So-
got us to the Super Bowl.
So where do you guys think Lamar's going to end up? AJ,
I
this
honestly,
year?
I was confident last time, like they was going to stay on the Ravens. I think I have no clue.
Yeah.
Like I would say Colts, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can
It's-
see the Patriots at this point.
I think he's playing for the Pats next year.
That would
So-
upset me greatly.
I mean, that would be interesting
Honestly, again,
too.
I'm pretty sure he's just going to play for the Ravens again after all this is said and
Yeah.
done. But for fun, I think he'll be on the Pats.
I mean, that would be really interesting if he does go to the Pats, though. I mean, not just because then it would be Josh Allen, fucking Aaron Rodgers, and Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah,
Be insane.
with Tua, and actually maybe Tom Brady comes out of retirement too. That would be hilarious to go play on the Dolphins.
That would be funny.
But no, yeah, like they just made a full commitment to Mac Jones, right? And I know that this is it. Like Robert Kraft is basically the person that leaked the information about pursuing Lamar Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that doesn't make Mac Jones feel good, I imagine.
I mean, look, you guys know me. I'm the Mac Jones hater. That's me.
You are,
That's
yeah.
the guy.
Yeah, you are.
So, like, I mean, to me, the move would make sense because I don't think Mac Jones
Absolutely.
is the guy at all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know
about
who is
Mac
though? Is
Jones.
Bailey fucking Zappy, baby. It's Zappy
Yeah,
time.
zappy time, dude.
It might be Zappy
It
time,
might be zappy time.
dude. But Lamar Jackson. Okay, so the one other question that I would pose to you guys is, do you think that the Ravens are gonna pull the nuclear option and see if a team makes an offer and then match with the first round pick thing?
I think the most likely outcome is yet no one makes an offer and we get a very awkward season where Lamar maybe sits and just doesn't play.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that.
I kind of see that happening too. I think he might just hold out next year.
That's my the initial prediction. Again, I'm sticking with it's just going to be a real weird fucking situation until it's over, and then okay, I guess that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird, messy situation, and I honestly don't know how it's gonna end up. So it'll be fun to watch.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank God it's not my team. Woohoo! We got our own fun situation. Then Dolphins acquiring Jalen Ramsey from the Rams for a 3rd-round pick and Hunter Long.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Rams are officially just giving up. They're like,
Yep.
yeah, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
over.
They got their ring. They're good.
Yep, they got their ring.
It's
They're
weird.
going to be bad for a long time.
Yep.
It's weird though too, because McVay's sticking around, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know why.
that's-
If I were him, I'd be like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
because
either.
I mean, how long is Stafford gonna stay there?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm
Or
surprised Stafford is late.
He's got to be out the door soon, right? I mean, I don't know
I would
why
think so.
he
Yeah,
feels like he
he's
needs
gonna
to stick around.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That's a weird situation. Falcons acquired Jonnu Smith from the Patriots for a 7th-round pick.
Who's their QB? Oh, that's right. You know what? They're gonna draft a QB, aren't they?
The Falcons?
Falcons? No, this is
Desmond Ridder.
Desmond Ritter, yeah.
Oh,
I
right,
guess
right.
They believe in him, or I don't know. I didn't see
Yeah.
much last year of the Falcons, so maybe he looked good. Shaq Mason traded from the Buccaneers to the Texans. So
Yeah.
that's
Texans kind of loaded up a little bit.
They did.
weirdly.
yeah. The
Yeah,
I feel like
Texans-
they probably have their eyes on a QB as well, and they're like, okay, let's just start early.
yeah.
Well, I
they,
mean, they're-
Fuck building, let's just go.
They're
Mhm.
potentially a good destination for Lamar Jackson too, right?
Well,
I
I
would
think they want Bryce Young, that or
Right.
CJ Stroud if Bryce Young goes first. It's gonna be the one or the two. was
Yeah.
gonna go to
Who was the
whoever.
quarterback that was like lighting people up in a combine or whatever? The people were like,
Oh, Will
Oh,
Levis,
Will
I
Levis.
think.
because I remember they were like, "Oh, this guy's going fucking crazy on the
Right.
combine. Look at this."
Yeah,
It's
I
the
think it
same thing that happens
it was
every
the-
year.
Yeah.
and then
Somebody's flying up the board.
he used the Jamarcus Russell thing, where he's got a strong arm, you can throw it all over, and so that's why he's mocked to the Raiders, who also took Jamarcus Russell, and that worked out terribly.
Oh, that's the other huge trade that we haven't talked about yet. Speaking
yeah.
of.
Well, not really a trade, but Derek Carr
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
signing with the New Orleans Saints.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
we're
think a
all
lot
of
of
the
us
opinion
predicted that.
yeah, I can't remember. I kind of interested to see how our predictions matched up. I totally forgot everything I said. So
Yeah, me
no
too.
idea.
Mid QB meets mid team.
Yeah.
I like Derek Carr.
I like the Saints. I thought they were a pretty cool team last year. And
You guys are mid as hell.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Derek Carr to me, he's literally just Kirk Cousins, AFC
Yes,
Kirk
I think-
Cousins.
I honestly, I think that's fair. I think that I think that's a very accurate comp. He's Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing: in that division now, he's the best quarterback, like 100%.
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah, and then he's got Jameis Winston, who re-signed with the Saints to back him up. So I mean, it's a pretty solid backup.
Yeah, no, that is actually a good backup.
So I think the Saints can take that division pretty easily next year, just depending on. if
I don't
anything
know.
crazy
Don't
goes on.
sleep on the Panthers, depending on what they get.
Yeah, that's true. They got
Yeah.
because the Panthers actually signed some other people as well to go with whoever they draft.
Panthers got Adam Thielen.
Yeah, they got Adam Thielen and they signed DJ Chark.
Oh yeah, and they've got Frank Reich is their head coach, right?
Yeah, so they've got a whole
Yeah.
new thing over there, and I mean, they got Andy Dalton backing up in Panther Lane.
Yo.
That's
Let's
pretty
go.
nice.
Yeah, that's
He
good.
Well,
Well,
Yeah,
he'll
yeah.
probably start the season then if they're going to take
Yeah,
a rookie
well,
QB.
Maybe we'll see. Depends probably how he does in the pre. If he's like light, if CJ Stroud or someone's like lighting it up in the preseason, they're just gonna be
True,
like,
yeah.
just go with him.
Oh, they got Hayden Hurst too. Shit.
Yeah. So I mean, that Panthers,
They're going for it.
they're going for it. Yeah, I think Panthers, Saints, even the Falcons weren't terror. They weren't as bad as I thought they'd be last year. So I mean, who knows? They might take another step too. I think the Buccaneers are the last place team. They've got Baker Mayfield now as their quarterback. So,
Oh, right.
from
yeah.
Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield, quite the.
Who's the? Is it still who's the head coach?
Todd Bowles.
It's still
Todd
Todd. He
Bowles.
didn't. He's oh boy. Oh no.
Yeah, still is. And then they got Chase Edmonds, Broncos
Yeah.
legend. Leonard
Yeah.
Fournette left. Man, I think Buccaneers they lost some offensive linemen.
fucked.
Um,
That's why Invicta's not here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. Man, they're not gonna be good.
I'm glad to be on the upswing with my team as opposed to the Green Bay or the Buccaneer.
I mean,
era.
I think the Packers will be much better than the Buccaneers. Still, the Buccaneers they're
Yeah.
Just be happy none of you are the Rams.
yeah,
My
that's
God.
true. At least nobody's the Rams.
That's a good point.
Like the Pack, we still got one of the top 5 offensive lines. We still got Aaron Jones and AJ
God
Dillon.
damn it! Don't let him come back.
Christian Watson, 7 touchdowns in 3 games. Christian Watson, dude, he's already look at that. He's already got passes from Love. We're ready
Dude,
to roll.
you
We
know-
got dude, Keyshawn Nixon.
Oh,
Here's
my
the
God, I
thing.
could see the podcast branding morphing before my eyes.
Oh, if we had good editing, we would definitely do that at that exact moment. Maybe with like some effects and smoke
Yeah.
and stuff.
You can just imagine
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, just imagine in your mind. Same
Dude,
thing.
I'm just saying. People were going like biggest free agency signing for the Packers was Keyshawn Nixon, and they're like memeing it. Like, dude, I was pumped. I was like, this dude like won us games. Like he returned he had like 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns. Our special teams isn't gonna be
Not even a
ass.
bit anymore.
Let's go.
I've been there, man. I've been there.
Yeah. Some other quarterback signings. Well, here's some quarterback no signing. Wentz is still a free agent. Yep.
Right.
Yikes.
Matt Ryan, still a free agent.
Somehow not retiring.
Yep.
Yeah,
he probably
that's
should.
interesting.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
I mean, at this point, it's probably like, well, I can't retire now,
Yeah.
right? Because then now everyone sees that no one sent me a contract.
Yep.
I have to at least get a contract, and then I can retire.
We had Sam Darnold go from the Panthers to the 49ers.
Great spot for Sam Darnold.
It actually is a great spot for Sam Darnold.
I legitimately still think that the Jets absolutely failed him, and that there's something like he could be pretty good still.
Yeah.
So that's my view on him.
Even greater quarterback controversy out there.
Yeah. So that's you got Purdy, Sam Darnold, and Trey Lance all going at it. And then Jimmy G going to the Raiders.
Yep.
So that's something.
Why did the Raiders?
No, bring me my handsome boy. Bring him home. Bring him to me.
It is.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, that is nice, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. It's just Josh McDaniels is the main thing.
It's Josh
for me.
McDaniels.
I just don't get it. And why? Yes, this is the exact thing that he did in Denver all those years ago. He's about to draft Tebow. I'm just saying, he's going to draft Tebow in the first round.
Will
He can
Levis.
still do it.
Will Levis. That's it.
People were saying.
Yep. So the Raiders doing Raiders things. We actually had Jacoby Brissett go from the Browns to the Commanders.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Significant upgrade, honestly. I would say.
I actually think that's a pretty good fit for him.
Yeah.
And he probably is he going to start? He might start.
He might
Yeah,
start.
he should.
I think so. Because they lost Heineke. Heineke went to the Falcons.
Right.
So yeah, I think he's starting.
Oh, cool. Good for him.
Yeah,
I really like Jacoby Brissett, and I think
Yeah.
he has the potential to be really good down the line too.
Yep.
Love briskets.
Geno Smith staying with the Seahawks.
Love to see it.
Yeah, getting his payday.
Geno season.
Geno
Me
season
too.
continues.
He also has been fighting fans on Twitter. I've been seeing apparently.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah. Like fans were talking about, like, well, actually, in this advanced analytical stat, you have.
Then he
you're
just
very
says,
lucky.
"Suck my dick, nerd." Right?
Yeah, but basically to that effect, he said not a real stat, and you know, yeah, it's a good time.
Then we had Mike White go to the Dolphins.
That hurts.
That does hurt.
That
Staying
hurts
in the
bad.
division.
I really would have liked to keep Mike White, but
Yeah.
you know.
And how did we miss one of the biggest signings? Gardner Minshew going to the Colts. He might start.
He might actually,
he might actually start.
I mean,
That's
unless they
right.
get Lamar, I guess.
Yeah.
Man, is that really what the Colts? My God,
The Colts, man. They
Colts
have
need
been
Lamar, dude.
Yeah.
The Colts have been a shit show for a while now.
Yep.
We haven't, eesh.
It's been bad.
Yeah.
Ever since Andrew Luck left. That was it.
Yep.
Andrew Luck carried that team, and then he was like, dude, I'm dying. They're not doing it. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And that was it.
They killed Luck.
Yep. They killed Luck, and
And
Luck
he
killed
really
them.
was so good. I feel like it's such
Yeah.
a weird like pocket in NFL time where you got to watch Andrew Luck play, and it's like, yeah, he definitely would have been legendary had he kept going.
Yeah.
But
It was actually insane. Like, yeah, he was one of the best quarterbacks in football. And then he was like, yeah, I'm done.
and instantly too, he was
Yeah.
immediately really good.
Yeah. Cowboys acquiring Stephon Gilmore from the Colts for a 5th rounder.
Well,
Darren,
I don't know what they're doing
Yeah.
this year.
Darren Waller going to the Giants from the Raiders for a 3rd round pick. And Giants,
nice.
by the way, keeping Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
So
And paying the man.
yeah.
yeah.
So
He
that's
got
good
a
for him.
contract.
They
And
definitely
that's cool. That's good to see because, like, he looked pretty good, man, last year, especially under Dable.
Yeah. The Giants were surprisingly good. I mean, they got that playoff win against the
Yeah.
Vikings.
And remember that was we were saying all year they were not a team that was supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
Not at all.
on paper they stunk. but they didn't.
Yeah.
They got to the playoffs.
Yeah, no, they exceeded expectations greatly.
Yeah.
And then we had, let's see, some other big signings out here.
Sean Payton, I feel like, is a big
Yeah,
signing.
Sean Payton to the Denver Broncos.
Yep, unretiring.
Yeah.
Is there anything happening with draft picks about that, by the way? Because I know that was a big fuss.
There was some draft picks. Sean Payton draft. Let's see. The Saints will receive the Broncos 2023 first round pick and 2024 second round pick. And the Saints 2024 third round selection. What the shit? So yeah, that was. Here's the thing, though. They needed this.
Yeah.
This is, you've already got Russell Wilson. You've already committed so much money. You committed, like, you need to get a coach that knows how to coach and to put everything together. Because, like, they still have pieces. It's not like they have bad team. Like, they just need direction and everything. So I think they knew, like, listen, man, these 3 draft picks are worth having somebody coach the team that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, are they
And
going to
I would
win the
imagine
division?
Sean Payton has to. He had to know that going in, right? That he's not going to have the first 3 draft picks next year to work with.
Yeah, I think so. But here's the thing: like, cool. Are they going to beat the Chiefs? Probably not.
Yeah.
Are they going to beat the Chargers? Like at this rate, I don't know.
I think they're going to beat the Chargers. I don't know about the Seahawks though, because the Seahawks.
Rob, they're
I mean,
not in the Seahawks division.
You're absolutely right about
But
that.
should they match up?
But should they match up?
Can they beat this? Because that's the question
That's the
that
question.
everyone's wondering.
Everyone needs to know that.
Yeah.
Can they beat Jimmy G? That's the real question.
Yeah, I think they can beat Jimmy G though, so that's good for
true.
them. Brandon Cooks traded again from the Texans to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
He just keeps getting traded.
poor guy.
Yeah,
But I'm sure he wanted out at this point.
he probably did. Even though they're starting to turn around a bit. They got Robert Woods from the Titans. The Texans did. So that's pretty neat. They also got Dalton Schultz from the Cowboys. They got Jimmy Ward from the 49ers. Actually, a really big signing. He's a good safety.
Yeah.
They got Shaq Mason, right guard from the Buccaneers. That was the other one I mentioned. So that's their offensive line getting better. So yeah, the Texans, quietly just drafting, signing some vets, putting things together, and they got DeMeco Ryans as their head coach now. So.
Oh God, yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah. So you know what?
Play.
I think the Texans. I think they might be competitive. Maybe they don't get a bunch of wins, but I think they will be much more competitive than what they have been.
We were talking about them a lot more at the end of the season because they were putting up some serious competition for the better teams in the league.
Yeah.
And were definitely looking like the better team at the end of a lot of those games until, making silly rookie mistakes and coughing up the victory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they're, they're going to get a quarterback.
Yeah. Second overall pick and the 12.
Mm-hmm. So pretty good. And then they got Pierce at running back who looked fantastic last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you look really good, Damian
really
Pierce.
good. Mm-hmm. Then Darius Slay, I believe, was traded to, or no, I think he's going somewhere else. Looks like the Ravens are pursuing him. But the Eagles have lost a lot of players. They
what are the Eagles gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. They lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson to, I can't remember where he went, but that's a corner gone for the Eagles. Where did he go? He was C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He went to the
Lions?
I think it might have, the Lions. So that's making the Lions even better, which is pretty
Lions
wild.
got Cameron Sutton from the Steelers as well.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Lions.
Yeah.
Lions loading up. They got Emmanuel Mosley from the 49ers.
I mean, they really could win that division next year.
I think they're the favorites.
Yeah.
I feel like the Vikings are the favorites.
Roberts.
You don't think? I mean, they.
You saw what happened last year.
Vikings.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they still made the playoffs and stuff.
And then they lost to the Giants, who then proceeded to get fucking shit stomped by the Eagles.
I mean,
Who then
that's
lost
true.
to the Chiefs. So through the cycle of losses, they were the worst team.
Here's the thing: the Vikings have also been having a weird offseason.
No Adam Thielen.
No Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
They did lose Thielen.
Zadarius Smith.
They got Justin Jefferson though. So
I mean, yeah,
They
have
do
Justin
still have
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson, yeah.
But they, what, like, I don't know if he's gone yet, but Zadarius Smith was like, I want out, which is the same thing he did in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And it's just, the dude is good, and then he just
Patrick
like,
Peterson is gone as well.
yeah, Patrick Peterson is gone as well.
To
Right.
the Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's,
Although I saw Steelers fans were kind of pissed about that because it's like, oh, good, another old safety.
Well, no, he's a cornerback.
Oh, right, yeah.
But like, yeah, we have a huge cornerback issue, especially since we let Sutton go. But I think the idea everyone has is that we're gonna draft cornerback number 1, and
Right.
Peterson's gonna be like a mentor or whatever.
That's good. I mean, he's still really good. So
Yeah, he's still probably
Yeah.
like one of the top corners in the league.
yeah,
I would
he's
think
still
so.
good. Eric Kendricks leaving the Vikings. That's a big one. He was their top linebacker, like 8-year starter, all pro. And
that is rough.
he's now with the Chargers. So that's a pretty big one. And then I heard rumors, I don't know if it's like supposed to happen over that Dalvin Cook could go somewhere else, or this might, I don't know what it is with Dalvin Cook. But
Are you
I
trying
remember
to
hearing
start a rumor about that right now?
no, I'm pretty sure I've heard this. All right, let me.
Dude, I hope one day we get popular enough that we can start.
Well, we
fake
should just
rumors.
start flippantly doing it now
Right,
and see
yeah.
if
I'm
anything
not
sticks.
crazy. I'm not crazy. Got Dalvin Cook, 3 trade destinations for Dalvin Cook, Ravens
Okay,
as
okay.
logical landing
Oh,
spot
yeah,
for
yeah.
Dalvin Cook. So it does look like they want to move on from Dalvin Cook, I think, for cap reasons.
It is fucked being a running back. in
It
the
really
NFL.
Oh yeah, dude.
Speaking of Ezekiel Elliott,
Right?
oh my God, Ezekiel Elliott, released from the Cowboys, and
Yeah.
then he was like, oh yeah, there's like a few teams, the Bengals, the Eagles are going in, and then those teams were like, no, we're not. So now he's just kind of like out there looking, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I think the Jets should pick him up probably at some point.
Yeah.
After all this other stuff shakes out, because
I
that
don't
would
know
be
if
great.
you want Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, he's a good pass blocker. And,
as we saw in that final play of the Cowboys,
well,
where he got
and then-
steamrolled.
I mean, yeah, but wasn't that like he was matched up?
That was
against...
just a Mike McCarthy special. Yeah, I don't blame him for that.
Yeah. No,
I don't know. I just don't think that he is remotely worth any kind of money at this point. Like
I'd give him the vet
well,
minimum.
that's the thing. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is you give him like he'd probably end up with vet minimum, with probably incentives, and he wouldn't be starting. He would be, we have Breece Hall and probably someone else, and he would be a short yardage or
like
red
a
zone
goal line,
back.
red zone type of threat.
Because he was still very effective in the red zone last year, despite the fact that he couldn't, he can't do what he did, 5 years ago and run the whole game. But in the red zone, he scored a bunch of touchdowns. So
Yeah,
I think he would be good with Breece Hall potentially.
Yeah, I think it'd be all right being a backup short term or a short yardage running back. So I could see that. The Vikings did sign Dean Lowry, ex-Packer. Cool.
Oh, that's fun.
If you want to know anything about Dean Lowry, he is very okay. There you go.
Dear. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's another point of news. The NFL has now allowed number 0 to be worn.
Oh, I wonder who's going to be number 0.
Calvin Ridley apparently is going
Oh, that's
to
right.
wear number 0 right now.
Calvin Ridley coming back. Dude,
Yeah.
Jaguars. They're going to be loaded. You got Calvin Ridley there now.
I mean, division leaders.
Oh, they 100%. We already said last
would
year,
think
like next year this team's gonna be, and then they just won the division that year. We're like, all right, and they won a playoff game. They like exceeded expectations. So
They were the giants of their conference.
yeah, they really were. What was I didn't mention any of the Bears stuff. The Bears went crazy in free agency.
Oh, right. Yeah, they did a bunch.
So yeah, on top of that trade that they have, they had, let's bring it up here, free agent tracker. So they got
Tremaine Edmonds.
Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, Nate Davis, offensive lineman from the Titans, DeMarcus Walker, defensive lineman from Titans, Travis Homer from the Seahawks, PJ Walker, the backup XFL dude from the Panthers.
Right.
Robert Tonyan, the Packer.
Yeah.
Deontay Foreman from the Panthers, and then Dylan Cole from the Titans. So they've been. I mean, they had the most cap room in the NFL, so clearly they were going to sign some people. But yeah, they've been going all out.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to help. Justin Fields needs a lot of help. So that'll be good.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting with all their draft picks and everything. Like, it's one of those things. On paper, you go like, wow, man, this team is getting a lot better. Should be good. But again, like last year, you look at the paper, we're like, man, the Denver Broncos, that's a team to be reckoned with. And then the season goes by, and you're like, man, remember when we said that? Yeah. So.
Oh, actually, that's a good question. You guys have any picks of who you guys think is right now looks too good on paper and is actually going to be just absolute stinkers next year, like last year's Denver Broncos?
That's a good question.
Whatever team Lamar lands on, if he happens to get traded.
That's rude.
No disrespect to Lamar. It's just
you're not gonna like my answer, but I think it's the Jets.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Could be.
See, I'm looking through all these. Just
Could be the Lions too. I mean, it's the Lions.
Yeah, it is the Lions. It wouldn't surprise me if.
That's why I'm saying I think it's the Vikings too. By the way, to win that division, because like as much as I love the Lions and would love to see that happen for them,
it's the Lions.
It's the Lions. Yeah,
it's the Lions.
Yeah, it's
still so sad they didn't make the playoffs, man.
Yeah,
that would have been great to see.
We'll get it next year. We'll get Lions Jags Super Bowl
we'll get it next year.
Yeah. I'm glad that we've switched over officially to all of us have the Lions as our second team podcast.
I mean, it was the fucking Browns, and then they had to be big old dumb douche.
Yeah,
the douches.
Douches.
Honestly, part of me thinks the 49ers might take a step back.
I can see that, yeah.
Like people start, seeing their quarterback film room, they pick up on their weaknesses. Maybe Purdy's arm isn't doing great. They've lost some guys. So
I don't know if anybody's like really scared of the Niners, though. I mean, they are because they're the Niners, but like, I feel like you're regular scared of the Niners. You know?
No, I kind of get that. They did get Jason Hargrave from the Eagles and Clelin Ferrell from the Raiders. Who I think
Clelin Ferrell, an actor and a football player. That's crazy.
Impressive.
Yeah,
Clelin Ferrell was
I would think he's past his prime, but I saw him in Bruges 20 years ago.
Dude, Clelin Ferrell's another one where the Raiders drafted him, I think, 4th overall. That was what's his name? The NFL Network analyst guy.
Stinky McPants.
Yep, that's the guy.
Mike Mayock. Yeah, Mike Mayock drafted him 4th overall, and everyone's like, "Ooh, Mike Mayock must know something we don't." Well, no. Clelin Ferrell had 10 sacks over the last 4 years combined. 2 sacks last year, and he's not looked great. But maybe good change of scenery. 49ers, something to help him out. We'll see. Bengals actually getting some big signings. They signed left tackle Orlando Brown from the Chiefs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So you're taking something away from your opposition there and bolstering your offensive line, and God, do they need it still.
Yeah.
And then they signed Nick Scott from the Rams, a safety. I'm not going to lie, I don't know anything about him.
Well, actually, speaking of the Chiefs, I feel like their big signing wasn't a new free agent, but convincing Kelsey to not retire, right?
Right.
That's true, yeah.
Because he's coming back next year, and you got to wonder about the Chiefs, right? Like, are they going to be competitive again next year? Because probably, right?
They have Mahomes.
Yes.
Yeah, Mahomes and Kelsey.
They signed Jawan Taylor. Jawan Taylor from the Jaguars, right tackle.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, look at. I don't know. I was trying to see if there's any other crazy sign. Oh yeah, the Cowboys re-signed Cooper Rush, who probably was their best quarterback last year. Kind of funny.
That's rough.
Yeah, and then let's see any big other move. Dolphins, I don't think they did much. Eagles lost.
Yeah, I think those are the. Did we? I think we covered all the big ones, right?
Yeah, I think we got all the major signings here. There's probably like one. Everyone's gonna be like, "You didn't talk about this unbelievable giant signing." We're gonna be like, "Oh, geez." David Montgomery went from the Bears to the Lions, running back. That's a pretty big one.
Yeah.
Because he was pretty solid.
The Ravens got Nelson Aguilar.
Oh yeah,
You know?
Aguilar.
Yeah, he's not dropping babies.
Yeah.
Like,
The Panthers also got Von Bell from the Bengals, safety. He's actually a good safety.
yeah.
Were you guys surprised to see that the Saints re-signed Michael Thomas despite his constant issues?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's been on the field for what, like 5 games in the last 3 seasons, it feels like.
Yeah.
I think it's even less than that.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard though because when he was playing,
He was one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like top 5 receiver, right?
Yeah.
But then also that was mostly while he was playing under Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And now he's 30. So, like,
Right.
I don't know. That's just it was surprising to me that they were so quick on the trigger there, but maybe they know more than we do.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
you know,
possible.
it could be. We've seen in the past, like sometimes guys who don't play for a couple of years actually come back in refreshed, especially if they have like had a lot of injuries and then just had a lot of rest time. So I mean, it could happen.
Yeah.
I mean, with Derek Carr thrown to him too, I would imagine even if he's lost a step, he would still be pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
We didn't really talk about Juju to the Patriots. I guess
that's right.
Less of the story.
Yeah,
Juju going to the Patriots. So
Yeah.
from the Chiefs to the Pats. And he actually got a pretty decent amount of money, $8.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, actually, Bear, how do you feel about the Patriots offseason again this year?
Well, let's take a gander at their moves here. So they
Yeah.
got Juju, right? And then
Yeah.
they
got James Robinson from the Jets.
Yeah, that honestly
Yeah.
might be a pretty good fit for us. And
Yeah.
obviously, James Robinson didn't have a lot to do on the Jets right now. So,
Yep.
yeah, I like that well enough. We got Mike Gesicki from the Dolphins, who's a fine tight end
He's pretty
option
good,
too.
yeah.
Like we did improve marginally on offense, I think,
Yeah.
via these offseason moves. And I think that like if we do end up going with Max still, then we've got at least some veteran weapons and presence for him to be able to rely on. But I'd be a lot more excited about this package if it came with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
It would be Lamar plus Juju. I think could actually be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think that Juju still has a lot left in the tank, and I think he just needs the right offense to work with. That clearly was not the Chiefs, unfortunately.
Well, and that's the question that I would have as a follow-up to you, Bear, is like, how much longer is Bill really gonna be coaching for?
Why is he still coaching?
Right?
I don't know. He must just really
him
like
and
coaching.
Stafford and Brady. They've all got these like insatiable fucking
Yeah.
domination drives within them. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this is all gravy at this point, as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned with
He
Bill.
might
Like,
just be the type of guy where if he retired, he'd be like, "Well, I got nothing to do. I'm just gonna."
He's
he
probably
just
just
doesn't
gonna
want
be
to retire.
bored, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
he
no,
retire and then realize he doesn't want to fucking spend all day sitting out sipping Mai Tai.
Yeah, basically. Well, so that and then the question then is like, is he gonna have like another 10 years of playing, or are they? Because I feel like if he's only gonna coach for another maybe 2-3 years, you would try to go for all-in moves right now, right? I would think.
The only good answer I have for you for this is that I'm the wrong person for this question, because the moment that Bill Belichick retires is the moment I stop giving a single fuck about the New England Patriots.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will immediately at that time disassociate and stop referring to them as we, and instead they will become that team.
Hey, become a Jets fan afterwards.
Yeah,
there
or
you
that
go.
might happen. Yeah, that would be more fun, honestly. I guess
Yeah.
I might go that route.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
Embrace
watch
the
Aaron
misery.
Rodgers. Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers Jets. Be fun.
Good time.
Yeah. And then I was checking the Steelers. They got Steven Sims went to the Texans from the Steelers. And then they've signed, they brought some guys back. They lost Devin Bush to the Seahawks. They lost Cameron Sutton to the Lions, you mentioned already. Terrell Edmonds to the Eagles. Malik Reed to the Dolphins. And Trent Scott. So the Steelers just apparently lost a bunch of players, mainly.
Yeah.
But
You're not making a lot of moves, although they usually don't, right?
yeah, no. They usually build through the draft, and then they're like, "Who's this guy they drafted?" And they're like, "Oh, he's insane." All right.
Yeah, he's a god. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Bobby Wagner went from the Rams back to the Seahawks
Oh.
Yeah.
after playing for forever with them.
That's interesting.
Yep. Greedy Williams went from the Browns to the Eagles.
It's just a great name.
Greedy Williams.
So good.
Damian Harris with the Bills. We got Isaiah Oliver, 49ers. Ronald Jones going to from the Buccaneers to the Cowboys. We missed one.
Oh,
We missed a Rob signing. The Jets got Mecole Hardman.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a pretty
because
big one.
Yeah, because we couldn't, because we shipped out Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
And it seems also like Corey Davis is sticking around too, which is interesting. So we'll see what happens there.
That's
what's up with Mecole Hardman? I've heard good things.
I mean,
It was the young Chiefs dude. He is fast as fuck. Is what's up with Mecole Hardman?
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
I like to hear that.
In 2021 with the Chiefs, he had 693 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then last year he had 297 yards and 4 touchdowns with an average of 7.8 yards a catch. So, I mean, not bad. Pretty solid.
It's okay.
I would be very optimistic about Mecole Hardman.
Yeah, it's only a 1-year deal too. So
yeah. I mean, it's one of those, we're going. This is obviously the Jets are going all in, right? To try to.
Yeah. And then Sean Murphy Bunting, the former Buccaneer, going to the Titans, the corner. So Buccaneers secondary getting even worse.
And Mariota went to the Eagles. I just saw that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. Mariota to the Eagles. Actually, no. That's all right. They seem pretty decent fit.
It's a good backup.
Oh, I didn't even see this Steeler one. This one was from like a week ago. They signed Isaac Seumalo. I don't know how you say it, but 3 years, $24 million, and he is a good offensive lineman, which is apparently something they need very bad.
Yes, we need linemen and cornerbacks.
What's your free agent report card of the Steelers, Apollo?
I mean, the Steelers are a team that usually does absolutely nothing. So the fact that they've done even a little bit is a good sign. And we've got lots of lovely draft picks. So I'm very, very hopium next season. I think Kenny Pickett progresses some more, and I don't know, man. I'm seeing a playoff year.
Ooh, I mean, the Ravens are gonna be something, and then Bengals will probably be good, and then
it's just the Bengals. Yeah, I mean, wild card team.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Browns, I hate to say it too, but like maybe a year of rust for Deshaun Watson, maybe he'll play better, which is going to be annoying if that happens.
Hey, what's wrong with you? Did you feel the bile begin to build up in the back of your throat as you uttered those words?
I just wanted to speak it just so that maybe I could stop it from happening.
God.
With my magic.
Yeah,
that's the football podcast.
We had Jamal Williams, the former Lion and Packer.
Oh, did he go somewhere?
He went to the New Orleans Saints
for
for only $12 million, 3 years, which I think is a great sign. You got Kamara and then Jamal Williams, who had like an insane amount of touchdowns, like another short yard guy.
I can't hate Jamal
and he's hilarious
Williams because he loves Pokemon, and so that's just.
He's just a funny, happy dude.
He's
only one good thing
huge dork. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. I remember the one Packer game. After the game, he was like, "Yo, we were like SpongeBob out there." Everyone's like, "What?"
What does that even mean?
I don't even know.
I don't know what it means, but it's relatable, so I like you.
Yeah, just making SpongeBob references. I was like, "This is great." So yeah, I think that's everything.
That's everything that happens. So you're welcome.
Yeah,
for
that
covering
is
all of it.
everything.
All of the things, if you didn't pay attention to it, which you probably shouldn't have, because it's just burning holes in our brain to pay attention to this stupid
Well, really,
contract
I
nonsense.
think the purpose of this kind of content is to not be paid attention to. I think that's exactly how it ought to be consumed, and I imagine that they're doing a great job of that.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys are still awake, then enjoy yourselves. But hopefully you enjoyed your sleep while listening.
It's so tempting in those moments to scream, "Watch out!" You know, it's like I didn't, and I feel proud of myself for resisting. But I need to acknowledge that the temptation existed.
Oh, look forward. Oh, go ahead.
Well, we missed a couple signings here. Jacoby Myers went to the Raiders to, I guess, also be with Jimmy G and
Patriots West,
old
baby.
Patriots. They had
Patriots
the Colts sign Matt Gay, kicker, to a 4-year, $22 million deal.
Woo!
That is
getting paid.
Love their kickers.
Kind of gay.
Nice.
That is the most money for any free agent kicker in NFL history.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's worth it. I mean, if he's good, then I guess.
Is he really good? Yeah, I don't know. I hold on, let me look him up.
Yeah, that's
okay. I mean, his lifetime, his career field goal percentage is 87.8.
I mean, that's pretty good.
It's not Tucker numbers or anything.
Yeah, it's not.
We know Tucker numbers.
Yeah.
Well, let's see because Tucker's had a longer career.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that he might even have lower than that, but let's see. Nope.
Tucker? Tucker's like 96 or something.
Wow. Career it's 90.5.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is actually insane.
But I mean, in fairness, that does only beat Matt Gay by 2 percentage points. However, it's a much longer
Those are
career.
2 very important percentage points too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a longer career too. But
He's also making a base salary of 1.25 mil and a restructure bonus of 6 million. So he's a cap hit of 5.9. So he's like, but Justin Tucker deserves it of all the kickers.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last
kickers should be paid more in general. They're usually
should,
the highest point scorer on the team on any team.
And they should make every kick. I don't know why they're getting paid that much money.
Get through the uprights, dude. It's
pretty fucking simple, bro.
And then the last one I got here is the Vikings actually signed Marcus Davenport, the old Saints player, to a 1-year, $13 million deal. Apparently he had an off year last year, but they're giving him a prove-it deal, which is always actually pretty nice because players usually try pretty hard because they want a big contract. So that's the off season so far.
Yeah.
And we'll have the draft coming up in just a month.
We're gonna do so hold on. We're gonna do I was just to clarify. We're gonna do like a pre-draft, right? That's what, because I always forget, even though we've been doing this for years now.
Yeah.
Pre-draft. Then we do like the draft stream.
Yep.
And then post-draft, right?
Yes, that is correct. So usually probably like a week before the draft, then we stream the draft, and then like a week after the draft, we usually or whenever it is. So that's usually what we do. So that's probably what we'll do this year. And I love the draft. It's always a good time.
Me too. It's the Jets Super Bowl every year.
Yeah. Hey, last year it was pretty good for the Jets.
It was really good.
Worked out pretty well for us. Yeah, we nabbed. Well, we hopefully will nab Aaron Rodgers. God, please let it happen.
I would like that as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. Listening. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, do whatever. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Shout out to the patrons.
Shout out to the patrons.
Oh, yeah, patrons.
Yeah,
we didn't say anything about them, but you guys are great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, patrons.
We'll see you for the draft, pre-draft show. Bye-bye.